What's happening, everybody? Aaron Jackson here with the rotation report. This is not financial advice. Do me a favor and take the damn hint. This is not financial advice. And my God, what a day it's been today, Friday. Beautiful Friday. You wake up, the futures are crashing. Bitcoin 95K, and before you know it, I'm tagging Scott Besson in tweets like you better pump some money, bro. You're going to take down the whole damn economy with the AI trade. But it's nice to see some buyers step up early in the day, and real nice areas of support here. So check this out. First up, we have a triple chart. We've got the semis via the SOX, this Philadelphia index. You got the NASDAQ 100, and then we've got software IGV. So check it out. The number one thing we're watching in all of the market is these 50-day moving averages, and bang, SOX buyers show up. NASDAQ 100 buyers show up. We're going to want to see the close. We're going to want to make sure the close sticks. And then you've got software has sold off all the way to the 200-day moving average. So let's just focus on those things. And for now, we want to talk fear ratio. So check this out. Fear ratio basically unchanged since yesterday. But on the open, we did get a spike over 1. So, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right? So you get that spike over 1. That's not too bad. That was the recent trading low. And you look back multiple years, sure, you get some spikes above that. But, one's a pretty good number. And, everyone's, if it's an AI bubble, you want to be worried about OpenAI's profitability and the credit default swaps of OpenAI and CoreWeave. Well, who is in bed with both of them? Microsoft. And, it's been an ugly post-earnings sell-off, but look at that. Still just a range. It's all just a range here. So, 492, 490, whatever that area really stands out moving forward. I just don't see how it's an AI bubble that is collapsing if Microsoft is just in this big range here, right? They've got the big cloud business, etc. And then we have Oracle, yeah. You just get so many days down in a row. Finally, you get a bounce here at this old support and 200-day moving average, and, super oversold. So we'll see how long it lasts. But people just really worked themselves up into a frenzy about their, AI concerns. And then we've got Bloom Energy, energy servers. You plug the natural gas pipeline into the servers, and then you plug the servers into the data center, and bada bing, you have a power data center. And one of the leaders of this entire, Q3, early Q4 rally, and doing what a leader would do, aggressively bought at the 50-day moving average. You love to see it. And then we've got CoreWeave, and, I was just looking at this thing, and it is that a bull channel, and this is the bottom of the bull channel. So I bought this morning. Again, people are just out of their fucking minds, not doing any work, having fantasies about big shorts and all that shit. So maybe this is the bottom of the channel in CoreWeave. Maybe it's just a trade. Maybe it's something more into 2026. Time will tell. But I really like this kind of 73 area to shoot against. And this isn't a perfect draw. I think, but the 73, because it's reacting there today, it's a good one to keep an eye on. And then next up, we've got Fluence Energy. So this is batteries, another, kind of AI power kind of leader, bouncing at the 50-day moving average. And you can see a lot of supply overhead here. This thing was just at 23, 24 bucks the other day, and mid-20s are a big area in this. So they've got earnings the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and you just want to have this one on your watch list. All right. I'm just going to leave it at that. A lot of supply overhead. So maybe the trade for now ahead of earnings is limited, but definitely a post earnings watch list name. And then here we go. We've got NVIDIA supplier, optical components, Fabrinet, another just AI leader bouncing at the 50-day moving average in a prior pivot level. You love to see it acting right. And then, so I bought this Intel today. Big fan of what Intel's got going on. They're building the chips in the US. They got the foundries, the partnership with NVIDIA. That's great. And then they poached one of the guys from Taiwan Semi to build all this out. So, you finally get the pullback that you're looking for to get to the entry, and just magically today opens right up at the 50-day moving average. Nice little reference area there, 3460s, bang. Easy reference point there. And then, the sell off has been, everyone's obsessed with the AI because, they've been wrong and bearish and missing the whole rally. And then the people who've been making money have just been making insane amounts of money, right? Seeing stocks go up eightfold in a quarter and shit. And but this has been as much about like a broader momentum trade, which is why we talked about that momentum ETF yesterday. And you can see we've got drones here pulling back to support. Kratos, AeroVironment, AV. I didn't do the chart because it's basically just repetitive. It's the same thing. You're pulling back to an old high area, and buyers are trying to step up here. So, you see this open gap around 90. So, really, if we're getting that year-end bounce, year-end rally, which we could be, I mean, the setup is there for it now. As long as we get some strong closes here, another type of candidate. So you don't want to just limit yourself to the AI, because I think, even some of these things that broke down yesterday, it was interesting. We had some buy spots break down. They still haven't recovered. So, it's not that everything is looking great, right? There's still something you want to have a little bit of discernment, but, overall pretty positive. And then again, NVIDIA earnings Tuesday night. So maybe one scenario is this AI is just rallying ahead of NVIDIA Tuesday night. But holds the 50-day moving average, looks good. Jensen's going to tell you the demand is through the roof. You don't even understand about the healthcare and the robots. He's going to tell you all this shit, and we'll see how the market reacts. And then we have Solaris Energy Infrastructure. Okay, you want to say the data center bearishness is overdone? It's a washout. It's a bottom. I'm keeping an eye on the Solaris. I bought a little bit as a test position. Yeah, they are they're just basically a broad, data center energy supplier trade, whether it's batteries, solar, gas, whatever. So, highly shorted. And this 43 zone stands out. And yeah, we'll see if it can really bounce here. It's kind of meh. It's just kind of meh today after all these distribution days. So might not be there too long, but 43 is good reference area in this uptrend. Worst comes to worst, if it does roll over the next week, you could be looking, low 30s. So yeah, not going to be sticking around if it doesn't work. And then there's the software again, just to zoom in on that recent low zone in the 200-day. It's perfect spot. So we're looking at some of these other software favorites like a Snowflake, databases, all the databases. You're gonna need more room in the databases, and Snowflake, bang, right off the 50-day moving average, right around this 250 zone. You'll love to see it. Another good area to shoot against. And then we've got CrowdStrike. I'm telling you, the hints that we're seeing in the market, in the tape, and during this little AI sell-off, suggesting you want to have some AI cyber security type of plays in there. And then next up, yeah, so this is why I was tweeting Scott Besson, like, dog, okay, this is an AI economy. We can't just have these data centers blowing up, because look at industrials. We've got so much going for the economy right now. I know a lot of white collar jobs are getting just cut all over the place, but in terms of like building, in terms of spending bills, you've got defense, you've got all the Biden bills, like those are just hitting, and 2026 is going to be a very good year for the economy in that part. But and then you've got data centers, etc. Right? We're building ships, right? We're building shit. So you would not expect XLI to break down. Why would it break down? I don't know. It would probably be something is wrong with the liquidity in the market. Something's wrong with the tape. So, you can see this is definitely, it's not out of the woods here. You can see a scenario where this just kind of bounces and then next couple weeks kind of rolls. So we don't know why that would happen. We don't really expect it to happen, but hey, markets, they'll do whatever the fuck. And Alibaba here, look at this. So we haven't been talking about the China tech lately, but it's kind of holding up here around this momentum low, 157. So you could see maybe it's below the moving averages. You don't love to see it, but maybe it can shape up here. And yeah, one of the top data center type plays, AI, China AI, whatever, 21 Vianet Group, VNET is the ticker. That holds up right here, still kind of holds the prior breakout. So it's kind of a big base on top of the prior base. It's just been working its way up. I'm not sure if we expect it to hold up. I mean, a 200-day test, a nice little reversal right there. You would think it could. You would think it could, but that was a pretty big momentum high there. So we'll see. The bull scenario is it hangs in there, keeps working its way higher, gets back up to like 14s or so to this gap area. And yeah, we'll see if that happens. But that's all I have for you guys today. And do me a favor, if you guys like the video, go ahead and like the video. And, hopefully we get that strong close. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great day.